Audio. Schwierig einzustellen wieder. Ich glaube, so sollte vielleicht sogar okay sein. Das ist auch wieder mehr so Controller-Game. Okay, nee, mit dem Controller kann ich hier gar nichts steuern. So, was haben wir denn hier?
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Warte, ey.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it. My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Okay, unser Bruder ist anscheinend früher mal verschwunden. Sieht schon ein bisschen crazy aus, so ein bisschen wie der Fuchsbau.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Okay. Durften also nicht überall rein, durften uns nicht umschauen.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Das ist aber ein süßer Briefkasten, ey. Hör mal, so einen hätte ich auch gern. Das ist ja süß.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral. In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Ach, 2 Wege. Dann will ich erst da lang. Ich glaube, der andere führt dahin, wo wir hin müssen. Ah, okay, wir können auch zoomen.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Okay, wir können hier auch. Oh Gott. Und dann muss ich gleich den ganzen Weg zurückgehen. Oh. Verdammt, ich dachte, wenn ich langsam dahin gehe, dann das nicht ab.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Okay, hier ist das Haus. Ey, das ist aber ein
The house
cooles
was
Haus.
exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
ich bin die ganze Zeit drinnen. Ich kann nur mit jeder Taste irgendwie zoomen. Und das ist der Weg, den wir gegangen wären. Oder durch den Wald gestoppt werden. Ich will hier nur schauen,
The
dass wir
woods
nicht
around
zu
the house
fast sind.
have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something but never do.
Das erinnert mich so übel an den Wald, da wo ich aufgewachsen bin. Wir hatten auch überall diese Fingerhutblumen und... Achso, da sind wir hier schon. Und es klingt dem Ganzen schon sehr ähnlich. Auch ganz viel Fahren hatten wir da. Da waren auch so kleine Wege, wie hier so, wo irgendwer mal irgendwie was gemacht hat. Oder da standen auch mal so random Sachen wie hier, so eine Schubkarre rum. Ah, hier ist noch so ein Missing Poster. Ich bin gespannt, ob wir erfahren, was passiert ist. Gehen wir doch erstmal zur
As a child,
Garage.
the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Okay, hier ist eine Tür. Ey, die Stühle, die da sehen aber noch ganz schön frisch aus. Oh. Nee, krabbel da nicht rein.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Okay, jetzt sind wir in der Garage.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Als ob alles einfach dann aber noch so hier stehen geblieben gelassen wurde. Als ob das nicht irgendwer ausgeräumt hätte und sowas. Das Auto ist auch noch hier. Was ist das denn? So. Ich muss dir da mal kurz antworten.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Sieht nice aus, finde ich persönlich. Also so wohnungstechnisch.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Das hier steht noch hier. Und ist nicht vergammelt.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Zerbrochener Teller. Wein, der verschüttet wurde. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass hier wir gesessen haben. Eddie? Wer ist Eddie?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing
Das war
home.
Eddie. Das war wohl die Großmutter. Saßen aber auch nur 3 Leute hier.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Er ist schon sehr vollgestellt. Wo ich sagen muss, dass überall so viele Bücher sind, ne, das finde ich gut. Ich hätte gern auch so ein Regal in der Wand. Okay, da können wir in den Keller. Barbara. Oh, bitte, nein.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Okay, was ist mit der Tür? Warum ist da so Bauschaum und so drum?
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Okay, Gott, ich dachte, ich komme da nicht wieder raus. Okay, wir gehen erst hoch, bevor wir in den Keller gehen. Keller sind immer gruselig.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Boah, gucklich.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's
Mir
room.
war das gerade creepy so.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Das sieht echt wie ein nices Zimmer aus. Jetzt verstehe ich, also die haben ja wirklich echt alles dann dicht gemacht.
Whenever people ask me about my family,
Crazy.
the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
My friend Bigfoot.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
Okay, also sieht das Zimmer auch aus. What? My friend Bigfoot and his brother Tiny.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Okay. Idee. Sven aufsteht.
The last time I was in Edith Senior's room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Thank you for den Hydrate. Aber stellt euch mal vor, ihr würdet in so einem Haus aufwachsen, wo eure Mutter die kompletten Zimmer von Leuten, die irgendwann zu eurer Familie gehört haben und gestorben sind, dicht gemacht hat. Halt so richtig komplett dicht gemacht, so mit Bauschaum und Schlüssel und bla bla bla. Und dann eure Omi nur solche Gucklöcher da hin macht, dass ihr da noch reinschauen könnt. Aber ich finde es toll, wie alle so richtig personalisierte Türen haben. Calvin.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Ich glaube, hier konnte keiner so wirklich loslassen. Gregory.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Darum sieht das aus wie ein Badezimmer. Aber dann gehen wir mal da vorne in die Geheimtür. Schon creepy, also ich schlafe in der Wand. Ich mag solche
Reading this,
Fenster.
maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Das ist hier
Just
von
like I had no
Molly.
idea where all this was gonna lead.
Ach nee. Oder? War das von Molly? Ja.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Ach, die armen Ameisen, die sind auch nicht mehr. Die ganzen Pflanzen.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, Fischi. Oh, die isst ihn jetzt doch nicht, oder?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Okay. Einzelne Geschichten haben es in sich. War das, glaube ich, gerne. Hey, ja, das ist aber gut. Das war den Christopher mal in Ruhe. Aber wie geht's denn, Niklas? War die Nachtschicht gut?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Angenehmer, nur der Schlaf danach viel zu kurz aus. Ja, glaube ich.
I kept eating and eating.
Wären sie doch glücklich oder nicht? I don't know, bestimmt.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Aber ich würde sowieso... Warum ist das in einem Kinderbadezimmer?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Okay, ich kann hier drüber.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Tollkirsche, oder wie heißen die? Oh, weiß ich nicht. Ist das Tollkirsche? Was ist der Vogel hin?
I jumped and I almost got her.
Oh Gott.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
Oh Gott, ey.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore.
Das
All
mag
I
das gar
cared
nicht.
about was eating that mama bird.
I don't like it. Es ist so hoch. Es ist so hoch.
I
Ich will den
gobbled her up,
Vogel auch gar nicht essen.
and suddenly I was an owl.
Ein Stechpalme.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Um Gottes Willen. Okay, ich kann jetzt nicht irgendwie hoch, runter oder so.
Rabbits.
So, ich sehe. Ich war mir nicht sicher, dass ich irgendwas machen muss jetzt. Me at 3 I'm flying through the...
I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh nee, bitte, bitte nicht unter Wasser. Oh, bitte nicht ins Wasser, bitte.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now,
Oh
I was
nee.
hungrier than
Oh
ever.
nee. Los, das bringt wir schnell hinter uns.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Hä? Oh, ich hatte es doch schon so gut wie. Ach, bitte, bitte, bitte. Kann ich nochmal umdrehen? Was ist denn jetzt? Ich hasse es. Ich hasse es. Steuerung ist auch ein bisschen. Komm schon, du dumme Sau. Hallo, was muss ich denn noch machen? Jetzt schnabuliert es doch.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Oh.
I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Komm, ich musste es tun, um aus dem Wasser zu gelangen. Ich bin nicht übel, okay? Ich musste es tun.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Habe ich ihn verspeist?
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Oh. Ach, jetzt kurz noch erschrocken, ich habe den nicht gesehen, also ich habe den nicht sitzen sehen. Silvia. Ach nee, der komme ich ja nicht. Oh. Ja. Ich finde, jetzt will ich Snake spielen.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. Across the water, I smelled something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Ach, Gott sei Dank musste ich nicht im Wasser.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an
Jo,
old
voll
pipe.
Speed. Es ist niemals gut, in so ein altes Rohr reinzugehen. Achso, so. Ich Kinderstimme vorlesen muss. Oh Gott. Sind wir aus dem Klo gekrabbelt?
I got closer and closer.
Jetzt sind wir wieder in Mollys Zimmer. Ach, da ist ein Stuhl.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Dass die überhaupt sowas geschrieben hat, ne? Was ist denn hier los? Ja, das war Mollys Tagebuch.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Achso, da sind wir rausgekommen.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Das Spiel kenne ich gar nicht. Worum geht's denn da ungefähr? Es ist einfach so ein Story-Game, sag ich mal. What Remains of Edith Finch ist halt so Story-Narrative. Du läufst rum, du bekommst die Geschichten von einer Familie, sag ich mal, so ein bisschen erzählt. Ich will jetzt aber nicht auf den Baum klettern, du.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Oder bei mir Standbild? Das sollte kein Standbild sein. Also in meinem Stream ist kein Standbild. Ich habe das manchmal auch bei Twitch, da muss ich den Stream neu laden.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Ich glaube noch irgendwie, oder noch wieder irgendwie einen Bug bei
Louis
Twitch.
died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
Essen von diversen Kreaturen, ey.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Hallöchen Frold, wie geht's dir? Und Shadow, wie war denn dein Wochenende? Und Frold, wie war dein Wochenende?
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So ein schönes Spiel. Wochenende, naja, Percy Jackson durch und mit den King-Chroniken angefangen. Das habe ich gesehen. Das habe ich gesehen.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long time. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Finch.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Ich glaube, mit den
It was a
Ficken
pretty big trace.
eventuell etwas geraged. Er kennt's nicht. Interessanter Teppich.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ja, das war jetzt immer so schön pink.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Commander Center. Okay, da kommen wir auch gar nicht rüber.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin.
Okay, wir können's.
And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Ganz schön gefährlich hier mit den ganzen Kerzen.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Okay. Okay, wahrscheinlich müssen wir.
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
I can do it. Wart ihr so ein Kind? Wolltet ihr immer so heftig schaukeln?
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Nee.
The day he
Hat
made
schon
up his mind to
gebrochenes
fly.
Bein.
And he did.
Schocke, das hat schon gewackelt.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Ich dachte vorhin, hier wäre noch irgendwas in der Tür. Auf der Seite hier scheint nichts zu sein.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Wie ist der Flur? waren wir ja schon. Und können wir eigentlich hier wieder reingehen. Hier ist Barbaras
Growing up,
Zimmer.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Achso, dann gehen wir nur wieder rein. Schade, ich dachte, wir können jetzt irgendwas hochziehen, rausziehen oder was auch immer.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Okay, das ist voll weird, das jetzt im Comic zu steuern.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Was hat er gemacht, damit sie schreit? Hallo. Achso.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Kapusch.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Sorry, ich muss das machen.
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Steht die Musik hier. Hey, Hammer, der hätte drüber stolpern können.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of
Action.
Barbara.
Was?
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
So.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Ja, und lieber nochmal drauf. Oder ich gehe einfach. Nein, okay.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but
Okay.
I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Okay.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Hat sie dann hinterher im Diner gearbeitet. Oh, und hier ist sogar noch ein Kuchen.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Die war unten. Jetzt ist es irgendwie gruselig still und irgendwie duster hier drin. Grundlegend die Theorie, dass die Familie Finch nicht unbedingt Opfer einer einfachen Fluches ist, sondern eher, dass jeder Finch die Gabe hat, sich alles so lebhaft vorzustellen, dass es dann eintrifft und das wiederum endet leider oft sehr mies. Könnte man so sehen.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Ganz viel. Sachen bestimmt hier versteckt.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Oh, also die haben aber vorgesorgt, du.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stop. Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
Was denn?
Maybe it got tired
Magst du keine
of
Pfirsiche?
waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Ich mag ja die verschiedenen kreativen Ideen, die Geschichte zu erzählen von jeder Person.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Blumen und ein Gemälde.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Sieht noch genauso
But
aus.
if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Das ist der ganze Müll.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Könnte ich mir auch ein bisschen vorstellen, dass sie einfach zu sehr
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
an den Fluch geglaubt haben, sodass es für die irgendwann einfach Realität war.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Gehen wir mal langsam wieder hoch zum Haus.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Sogar einen eigenen Friedhof.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault. Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Ich habe vorhin schon gefragt, was da hinten so leuchtet.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Hattet ihr als Kind ein Baumhaus?
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ich habe mich schon gewundert, als ich runtergeschaut habe. Dachte mir so, warum hat sie so einen runden Bauch? Ach, da vorne ist die Leiter.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Ach, Mann, ich mag...
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Irgendwelche andere Tiere hier. Und davon einfach ein Foto. Ach, das ist der. Okay, das wird wohl nicht gewesen sein. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich irgendwas Bestimmtes fotografieren muss, aber wahrscheinlich. Das sieht hübsch aus. Ich mache einfach so 1 Million Fotos. Vielleicht immer wieder diesen Vogel suchen oder so, maybe. Ich meine, da sind welche. Ja, da passiert halt nichts, wenn ich die fotografiere. Schauen wir uns einfach mal weiter um. Oh, da kommen wir ja recht weit.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hold still while I take a picture of you.
Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
Ich habe doch schon die Tasse fotografiert, was soll ich denn ja noch Interessanteres finden?
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn, just gotta reset the timer. Hang on, kiddo. Just trying to get a shot of the two of us together.
Ja, ich weiß nicht, wie ich vernünftig mit dem da hochgehen soll. Ob ich da irgendwas machen muss oder so. Das ist so schwer. Okay.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Das ist schon ein bisschen Karma, ne?
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Airline-Ticket.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Rexy. Gregory.
I can't imagine my mom ever
Das.
writing poetry, and yet...
Lesen wir uns erstmal das hier durch.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Time's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Ich schaff's nicht.
You reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
Das ist so klar. Ist jetzt sowas
Sure made
passiert.
him happy.
Ah, okay, war auch nicht. Oder vielleicht auch doch noch. Mrs. Back und Sex. BB. Irgendwas steht da drauf, aber ich kann es nicht lesen. So. Gott. Komisches Game. Es ist nicht komisch, es ist sehr traurig. Das ist schon sehr traurig. Fast. Das ist gar nicht so einfach.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Gibt's ein Ziel? Ja, ich muss hier so Sachen
Sorry
machen.
about that, Gregory.
Aber es
I know you
wird
did
halt,
everything you could.
werden halt Geschichten erzählt.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Ich habe damit gerechnet, dass der Frosch irgendwie so auf das Ding kommt und dann immer mehr Wasser reinkommt. Achso, oh, ich kann hier noch was machen. Oh Gott, bitte sag nicht, dass wirklich das auch passiert. Ja.
I wish she could have told us
Aber die ist doch ausgestöpselt.
about the world he saw.
Das ergibt doch gar keinen Sinn. Aber ja, das war das, was ich vorhin schon
There's
dachte.
so much I don't understand. About Gregory.
Ich schon wieder unter Wasser.
About everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy.
Probiert.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Das war Gregory. Dawn. Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Whee!
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Oh Gott. Ah! So, wahrscheinlich muss ich da nochmal einmal durchflattern. Oder auch nicht? Hallo? Ich sehe irgendwo was. Ah, da.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Nichts. Ist okay.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Wir müssen jetzt damit auf das Dings kriegen. Achso, wir müssen jetzt nach Upsala hier Dingens fest.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
So Dorn gibt's hier nicht.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died.
Ach so, ihre Mutter heißt
At the
Dorn.
time, it was as far away as she could get.
Nehme ich an. Ja.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Achso, auch hier ganz easy. Achso. Einmal müssen wir da runter. Hui. Müssen wir wieder hoch, weil es da weitergeht. Aber ich wollte da einmal runter.
Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Milton, Louis, Edith.
And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last.
Cool, das aussieht. Scientific Method. Haben wohl alle hier irgendwie homeschooled.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings. I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Ja, hier hängen alle seine Bilder. Oh, hier ist aber echt mal eine richtig schöne Aussicht. Dann geht's auf zu Milton.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush. Unten war ein Bild von einer Tür. I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Zu Louis und Edie fehlt uns noch was. Okay.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Okay, da ist nichts, irgendwie mal wieder andersrum. Ach nee, von da kommen wir, ne? Ja.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Louis's room. Except Louis.
Interessant. Der hat ja ein richtig modernes Zimmer, du. Oh. Wie haben die das Boot da hochbekommen? Also, wild.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
So. Ach, ich muss da. Okay, mit den Pfeiltasten.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Ja, aber das ist gleichzeitig ich bin richtig gut.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Viele Fische wie möglich zu meucheln. Ich muss das, glaube ich, nicht mal unbedingt
On the edge of a
weitermachen.
city he named Lewis Topia.
Ich mach's
He
einfach.
built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. he held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Der hat voll den Hang zur Realität verloren.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
Oh Gott, jetzt muss ich auch noch Entscheidung treffen.
silver harp.
Ich habe einen Ton verpasst. Damit.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Achso, jetzt muss ich wieder.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Ich bin nicht so sicher, ob der das so noch weiß. Irgendwann hackt er sich sowas von die Hund ab, ich schwör's euch.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Okay, wo sind wir hier?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Ja, kein Fischfang.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt. I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
Ja, betet mich an. Los. Bringt mir Essen, Trinken.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown.
Ja, Nackebeil.
There was only one thing left to do.
Aber bitte sag nicht, dass er seinen Kopf noch gehalten hat.
Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Ah, damn.
Louis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Wie hoch denn noch, Mann?
On the way back from Louis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie.
Okay, nee, ich muss nicht runter.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Oh Gott.
What happened that night
Ach,
had been
dann
coming
Kacke
for a
ohne
long
Geländer,
time.
ey.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Okay, hier ist wohl unser Zimmerchen.
But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Oh, das hatte die Molly doch auch.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Also, sorry. Ich dachte, jetzt kommt weiter Cutscene.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things.
Dem laufen wir hinterher. Der weiß den Weg.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Und wieder jemand, der einfach nur dann zurückgeblieben ist und alleine ist. Und das Haus steht immer noch wieder 1. Das war's. Ah, ein trauriges Spiel. Bin gespannt, ob jetzt am Ende noch irgendwas kommt. Wie fandet ihr das Game denn? Wie hat es euch gefallen? Aber ich glaube, ein paar von euch kannten das auch schon. Eine neben der Regenscheld. Wirklich das Lied jetzt dazu? Das fällt dir ein? Marmorstein und Eis bricht? Oder wie auch immer das Lied heißt? Wir wollten nur schauen, ob man das vielleicht überspringen kann. Aber nein. Aber ist auch okay. Dann lassen wir das durchlaufen. Playtesters. Special thanks.